Belial.
We're
Belial.
live. We're live.
That's another god of
We
comics.
got
Thank you,
flagged.
Bilal.
We
Did
got
you ever see him
flagged.
work?
No.
Dude, he does multimedia. Okay, when I mean dude, he does like from fusain, right, to watercolors, to gouache, to pencil, white pencil, color pencil. Then he use hairbrush. And dude, he's a fucking sicko, and I love the fuck out of him.
So that's how he gets that unique look.
Yeah, and every freaking panel, it's a drawing. So he
Yeah.
lays out his thing. Then after that, he draws them all by panel, and he sells them off after. I'm actually planning on doing one project like that. I just need more room because it's not in my small little house and room that I'm going to be doing all that shit because
And he's still with us, isn't he?
Yes. He even released one of his latest book was The Bug.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude, I have a whole bunch of it. I have the Nick and Paul trilogy there with the blue hair lady and all those Egyptian gods.
Yeah, that he's obsessed with, completely obsessed with, obviously.
I have the entire Monster City series too. Dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, Mobius. Like I'm telling you, those guys.
Chile, yeah.
Drouillet is fucking awesome. I have a Lone Sloan here, and I have a Delirious.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I have a few others that I'm hunting down eventually, but as you know, they're a bit scarce to find and expensive a bit.
They
but
can
they're
be.
totally fucking worth it.
They can be, and I mean, here it's Humanoids that publishes a lot of French stuff.
You can also get them by Titan, you guys too. Sometimes you get them cheaper.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Like that's how I got like the new Elric, which is phenomenal.
I am waiting for that one. I have number one. I'm waiting to buy get the other ones.
Oh, so good, so good. They're on what? I think book 3 right now. Yeah, I think I've got. Yeah.
Did you see what they did? Did you see what they did not too long ago? Is that they, that here the Conan rights are still being bought, right? They're still being kept from what is it again?
From public domain.
Yeah, public domain. Yeah. But if you go to Europe and France, it's public domain. And now they started doing. They took one of the biggest French historian of what's his name, Robert E.
Howard,
right? And they're adapting all the novels as close as they can in one issue. So each comic of like 50 something issue, it's an adaptation as close as they can of a novel. So they're trying to go novel by novel. Yeah.
That is freaking amazing.
That is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
That is. Oh wow. Yeah. I mean, it's there's only one Conan novel. The rest are all short stories. And what's so interesting about them is that they're told out of sequence. Because Robert E. Howard said he was inspired by it was as if Conan was there in the room with him telling him the stories, and he had listened to stories from old sailors, that sort of a thing, and they never would tell their stories in like a linear order. They would jump around in time.
You know what, Brian? I think we should discuss and maybe do a show or two and discuss European comics and make people discover European comics. There's not many I've met that know as much as you do right now, and I'm it's kind of geeking out. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Well, that's also because I'm a huge horror movie fan, and I love I fell in love with Italian horror films at a very young age. And then, of course, you start wondering, British horror movies. Oh, those are awesome too. And then, you start wondering, well, gee, what are Spanish horror films like? And
they each have their own little thing, yeah.
Yeah, and everything
Japanese horror movies. They're
they're fucked in the head. They're
that mermaid thing.
Yeah.
Dude, that was something.
Yeah, out of this world. And of course, Japanese horror and ghost folklore and everything. It's not like anything from like anywhere else in the world.
No, because culturally, it's not the same thing culture to culture that will scare the fuck out of you.
Exactly.
Like in some countries, it's the wild, while in others, they don't feel they're wild. They feel them. They feel people, the inner demon, the inner person.
Yep. And it's also like I forget who it was. This Albrecht Dürer, I think, when he saw the very first pieces of Aztec art that were making their way into Europe, he was like jumping up and down for joy because he was like, this is like art from another planet.
Me, it's like what is it? Daybreaker or Night Watcher? Night Watch, the Russian movie.
Oh yeah, I like those,
dude.
I like the second one better.
Before they got released here, like it was just in subtitles. You could get it, dude. I watched that crap, and dude, it was fucking awesome.
It was,
and they nailed the second one. Yeah, but they've been supposed to for like the last 3 years. Still waiting for it.
They're working on it.
It was in the plan as soon as they released the second one, because the second one was a freaking huge hit for them.
Oh, it was great.
But instead, he went. If I'm not mistaken, it's the same guy that did the superhero called the Guardians.
Yes.
Because I was pretty sure, like, oh well, that's like another guy that we lost to Hollywood. Because you know how Hollywood gobble up foreign directors.
They went to get him. He's the one that did Wanted.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about that. And it's like Hollywood loves to take these really interesting directors from other parts of the world and then like make them, and then just like have them produce.
Make them lose their creative soul.
Yup. Yup. Absolutely. It's so you have like a fantastic Hong Kong director like Ronnie Yu, made one of my favorite films, The Bride with White Hair. So a guy who's great at like epic like sword and sorcery romance. And what job did they give him when he came here? Bride of Chucky. Freddy versus Jason.
It's always the same.
It's always the same.
Sometimes I see it as like, he's threatening. Let's bring him here and make sure that he makes shit.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. Even as much as I love Guillermo del Toro, I feel like he's lost it. I haven't liked the last 2 or 3 movies by him. I haven't enjoyed.
Dude, when he came with Blade 2, he did so many fucking innovative shit in there. Like, he was one of the first ones to introduce an action scene, switch from people to 3D. That was actually, like, very believable, right?
Yep.
Oh, in the first fight scene, I don't think it worked very well. But the fight scene at the end, I thought was fantastic.
When he gets rammed into those poles,
when Nomak jumps up in the air and comes down anime style.
Yeah, dude, that was shit because he decided to bring anime violence to it, type of thing, and it was awesome. And then after that, we had different type of movies. People forget that we need to thank fucking Blade the movie, because that without Blade the movie, we would not have all those other great superhero or comic book movies. And he is the first black superhero to movies. Fuck Black Panther.
Actually, not even the first.
Was it?
Shaft was a hero. He's not a superhero. Yeah, but he's great. I love Shaft.
Oh, dude. I met Richard Roundtree at a convention, and actually in the hotel bar. And it was just the two of us in there hanging out, and he slapped me a high five when I told him that I thought that Shaft in Africa was like the best Shaft movie.
Man, the other day I got cut off a bit from the story, but they were launching what was it, Planet Rock? No, Planet Hollywood, the ones that's owned by all those stars.
Yeah,
so they were opening the big thing in Montreal, right? So I went. So that's where you had Bruce Willis doing his big, like I love our dude. Bruno was the shit. Remember back then? I liked that shit. So when I heard that he was doing a show here, and I'm like, I'm there. I'm there. So I had a reservation to that restaurant, and I went. And dude, Stallone is shorter than Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah,
but
really.
Dude, he's more of a fucking man because, dude, Schwarzenegger has tiny fucking hands. My hands are bigger than Schwarzenegger. And I have the same size of hand as Stallone.
I'm 5'6", so
yeah.
What was that?
Stallone is not very tall. I'm a bit taller than him.
Yeah. And Schwarzenegger's like 6'3",
6'2".
Yeah. So he's a big guy, but not like.
Yeah, I'm 5'8", and Stallone is just like a little bit shorter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I usually most famous people are shorter than you expect. Although I've met there's some directors.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, there you go. But there's some directors, on the other hand, like turn out to be like huge. Like George Romero was like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Uh,
No way.
yeah. Like he said that when people needed to find him on like a crowded set, you know, if he was doing like a big zombie scene or something like that, all they had to do was look for like the disembodied head that was floating around.
I was gonna say it's like Peter Jackson. He looks like a hobbit, but he looks more like an ogre
Yeah,
in real
yeah.
life. Like he looks tiny, like a little chubby. Wait, no,
Yeah.
He's big.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's interesting.
He
Actors
ain't
are
no
always
Ewok.
smaller.
He ain't no
definitely
Ewok.
not. Definitely not. It's just interesting because actors tend to be much smaller, and then directors tend to be much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very peculiar. Howdy,
Party
Toxic.
boys.
What up, Blue?
Yeah, hail guys, thanks for coming back.
Nothing's gonna stop us. Oh,
There it is.
okay. So Ethan just decided that he was streaming,
I hear him
So-
in my ear right now.
and he's talking about Justice League: The Snyder Cut with Fragga, and I'm like, dude, I've been pushing for the Snyder Cut for over 2 years.
Well, he's infatuated.
Let's get it
with-
done. I want it. I
Well,
don't care. I just want
I
it.
know. I'd like to see. I'd like to see it too. I actually
have
like.
a friend. I have
Yeah.
a friend that saw the original tester that they showed, and trust me, it's nothing like you've seen. And the end, you know that shitty fucking part at the end that nobody likes,
Yeah.
Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows fear now.
Hats or kitchen.
That was bullshit. The
Yeah.
actual part is that
Their
the boom tomb opens behind him, and it, you
Yeah.
have failed me for the
The
last
pants will be the
time.
first things to
And
go.
boom.
Oh, dude, so cool.
High bidder Japan.
Todd McFarlane owns Madonna's bustier from one of her music videos.
I know
uh,
the bullet bra.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's
Gautier or whatever his name is.
I posted a
Yeah, but see, that's it.
a what you call it, a super chat.
Don't know, Cecil.
Saying to Ethan, like, hey man, the fact that you're going to be
Never mind.
pushing Black Flag,
You know what, Cecil?
that's
It is a
fine.
beat up
But
combo.
You just
don't forget
slipped my
us.
name in there.
I was right. I was right. There we go.
Did you
So
just use
I'm
my
going
name for
through
the
Doris
the
Day
brazier or
stuff.
something?
You know, I'm thinking about getting some stuff. I mean, there's some good. You know, there's
I heard
good shit.
Poitier. I'm like, what?
She was friends with everybody. You can get her Golden Globes award from 1959.
Yeah, you can buy anything,
yeah, I'll
even
put that
her.
right behind me. Act
Super-
like I won it.
Super
You guys will be
super chat, Ethan.
Who's who's
Okay,
the
tell 'em not to
current
forget the,
owner
you
of
know,
her state, like who benefits
the other
from this
folks.
auction right now?
Maybe just put the volume a little bit down on the video because we hear that way louder than us that I can't even hear you guys talk.
Yeah, I already sent him a super chat, letting him know that Captain Love doubled funded, 2% fund, 200% funded in under 4 hours. I was like, "Hail's Comic Gate," and see if he can
Yeah.
read it out loud. But
I-
he probably will, like in about 2 or 3 hours from now.
Yep. And the thing is, now he's totally infatuated with Fraga, you know, because he's just like, oh, we're gonna see like the big money, right? And that's what he,
Yeah.
you know, I shot him a super chat saying, hey, by all means, promote the heck out of Black Flag, but you know, don't send some love down.
Yeah,
You know?
well, he- it's-
Trickle
he-
down love. Or is that what you're saying?
No, well, I'm just like, don't forget, you know, the other people in Comicsgate that could use like a
Yeah,
little
it's not,
boost.
you know, it's not up to him to remember or forget. I mean, he's Ethan's gonna be Ethan. You know what I mean?
I know, and he doesn't owe us anything. I understand that.
And you know, it would be wrong to like judge what he's doing at all.
Yeah, but it's by doing stuff like
That's all
that
I'm
that you
saying.
go, hey, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Yeah, but, I
Exactly.
mean, that's what's, you know, it's just is what it is. You know what I mean? We can't be like, oh,
Yeah, but the thing is,
I mean-
it's
Oh,
good
no,
that you,
I'm not-
it's good.
I'm
It's
saying-
good that you do it and people continue because the idea is not just to get his attention; it's to other people, the followers, the
that's
people
the
in the
only
chat.
reason why
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I'll super chat something like that. I mean, sometimes I'll generally just be telling Ethan like, you know, hey, thanks for being awesome, you know, for a comics game, you know.
Oh, I have nothing
And
but
check
love.
out this book.
Yeah, I have
Well,
nothing,
right
I have
now
nothing
it
but
was-
love for Ethan. But I'm just like, you know, send a little love our way too.
Hey, you could actually super chat Ethan a series of sentences that over time you can string together.
You and your puzzles, George. You and your
I
puzzles.
know. I know.
I'm sorry. I'm just multi-layered thinking.
He's really happy. He's really happy that another big industry professional
Yep.
is come over across the line, and it's Christmas for him right now. Let him enjoy himself.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying he shouldn't. Like I said, I got nothing but love and respect for Ethan. I'm just saying, don't forget us. That's all I'm saying.
We
I
might
don't-
even we,
I don't-
might even have Fraga on Doodle and Chill soon.
That'd be
that'd be
awesome.
cool. I don't see
Nice.
how he could forget us because we're like not even on his radar. So you know,
He knows who I am. He says the problem is when he
He is following us, and I'm sorry, he is one man. He cannot cover or help
I know.
everybody.
Right.
And,
I know. I understand that.
And oh, I'm not berating you. I'm just joining the conversation.
Yeah.
What I mean is, dude, he's been stabbed in the back. We've all been
I
stabbed in the
know.
back a few times. We've all seen it. If you've been in CG for more than a year, you've seen some shit going around, and you cannot give shit to somebody for being a bit weary or
I
careful.
know.
Or
I know.
we always like a bit more like bias for our friends too. It's a natural state of
I
mind
know.
of anybody.
I know.
So that's why, I used to tell people, because I had a lot of people coming to me getting pissed because of, Ethan not answering them, not giving them attention, or they were trying to get me on this show, all types of stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
guys, don't, like, it's fun. Just keep going, like, keep asking, but do not get pissed or focus on that stuff. It could be let's just be and have fun and do comics. It's nothing else than just human nature.
Amen, Simon.
Mhm.
Amen.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
keep sending him messages. One day he'll go, okay, get my on, or you'll get the attention of his supporters and backers. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
the rest is people love you. They don't back you because of Ethan. Because you've noticed there's people going on Ethan that don't get back more.
It's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's people that have been on Ethan that didn't haven't made as much money as we did on our campaigns.
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
So it's who we are. It's how we are and what we bring to the table.
I've stopped focusing on. I mean, I used to think. I mean, everybody thinks when they first come into Comicsgate because Ethan has the power to like say, "I endorse your comic." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then his following, sometimes swarms it. Just because that exists, I mean, everybody kind of overreacts. And
But it's like somebody wants to tell me,
Right.
like, Sim, yeah, you need to do this, you will need to do that, stop doing that and do that, and maybe Ethan. I'm like, yeah, but that's who I am. Fuck this shit. I'm gonna eventually he's gonna want me there. Right? That's it.
Yeah.
The thing is making Ethan's show a goal is just a bad thing. It's just,
It is.
It's so
Yeah.
what my head is like, you know what? I got this channel, I got friends, I got
Mhm.
and we're just making a noise. We're making a big noise.
We're doing the same thing. That's what CG is. That's what Ethan did. That's what a whole bunch of people did. It's what we're here. We're helping each other. Hey you, we're helping. Want to come on our platform? Yeah, and we're friends. We're making friends, making connections. Then we start hiring people. You work for me. You do something for me. Then you do something for me. Then we create a circle. And then the problem is don't close to the outside. I understand Brian's, but it's when you have shit happen. You've been in CG for so long, and there's anti-CGs, and there's this, and there's that, and there's haters.
I know. He was really really hurt.
He has to, but it's also he has to protect his platform. He has to protect his brand.
Yeah.
Of course. And I totally understand that. And
Mhm.
I don't want to make it seem like I feel entitled. You know what I mean?
I know you're not. I
Right.
just don't want people to think either.
right. Yeah. It's important for for new people to build your network.
Yep.
Build
Build your network, or if you can even build it on YouTube, on Twitter, by becoming one of those promoters like Nick, like Chris, like myself. We like to tweet a lot of campaigns during the day.
Oh,
I do fan art, I do stuff, I do a whole bunch of things, and I've been streaming with other people. Like, I don't stream a lot on my channel. I'm mainly with all my friends building their channels.
yeah, no, same here. But yeah, it's important that that people don't make Ethan that focus because that focal point, and I think that's where a lot of the backstabbers and like the haters, people like Preston Poulter,
It
the
goes
Pocket
as far.
Pussy.
It goes as far as people just thinking that right now they're gonna be CG. Just going, I'll be CG. I'm gonna have the love that everybody gets. That's not how it works. CG is
Yeah.
meritocracy, bitch.
Yes, that's what makes it so.
Hey,
That's what makes it so special.
Pause for a moment. Let's talk about some love. 42 backers, 3505.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Hell yeah! Yo, Preston, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
So-
Yeah, the video got taken the fuck down by the Vatican. We're guessing.
Damn it. I didn't
You
think that
did
was
probably like I did, yeah. The Vatican City. You are now blocking Vatican
I made a
City.
promise. You guys remember? I made a promise. If we reach $3,500,
Yes.
I would start drinking.
Okay.
Not whiskey though.
No, I don't have any
With-
whiskey in the house.
Rum?
All right, we know whiskey makes you
I
crazy,
got
brother.
rum.
I'm gonna
So
go get a drink. I shall be right back.
apple
got
juice,
it.
isn't it?
Keep
Yeah,
the
apple juice,
chat
isn't it?
entertained for a moment.
You got it, man.
Oh, I
That
said
guy's-
press the link if he wants to jump in.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but if he jumps in, you have to let him in.
Get my drink.
All right.
He's
You
gonna
can't
come
come
back
in
with
if you
apple
don't let
juice.
him in, though.
Yeah.
We don't have access to the backstage, bro.
Oh man. Yeah, I know. Like, what are you thinking, Drew? What are you thinking? Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It sucks that Preston's coming in right now because I love Preston and I'm gonna have to throw in the towel soon.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna have to leave him.
Beat. I have no idea how RGE did that 24-hour stream. I do like 3 hours of this shit, and I'm like, no moss. I'm like done, son.
Dude, it's simple. You start in the morning, and then it's night, and you're like, what? That's pretty
Right.
much it. That's how it goes usually. Especially when you're organizing like a big launch and you have a whole bunch of people just dropping by, you just don't
Right.
freaking notice it. Like I spend like an entire day just streaming here, and I'm like, I walk out of my room at night and I look at my bro. I just missed the entire day of kids and shit, right? He goes, yeah.
Hey, as long as you get somebody else to keep an eye on him, it's all good.
Yeah, dude, he's my bro. That's what we do.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wish I could say that I'd had a good relationship with my brother, but
He's my best friend.
oh, that's
Butters?
awesome.
That's why I call him bro.
Butterscotch schnapps.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
yeah, baby.
I got turned on to that because I had to make an adult Harry Potter butterbeer.
Uh-huh.
So I butterscotch schnapps. I get the Tortinelli butterscotch stuff, and then you get like a cream soda.
Uh-huh.
It'll fuck you up fast and tastes like candy.
Yeah, I can't it's not that I don't like sweet liqueurs like Baron Jaeger and stuff like that. It's just that I can't have too much of it because then it's I don't know, it's just a little cloying. Like I said, like I could drink beer all night, but I could only maybe have like 2 like really sweet drinks.
Yeah, the sweet drinks will grab you fast.
Oh, they can. They
I
can.
know me. I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy that likes rum and coke and dark rum only. I don't drink often. I rarely drink, but when I drink, it's rum and coke with dark rum.
Nice.
Wow.
When I drink, it's usually beer or vodka. This happened to be sitting closer than the vodka. I have some Patron in there too, but I'm not doing tequila.
Another thing that's awesome. It's Coke and bourbon. That's another thing I like a lot.
You know what I miss? I miss
What?
whiskey and root beer.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that was awesome. I did that with the whiskey and Dr. Pepper.
Hey,
I
That was freaking good.
I miss
And
Guinness a
bourbon, too.
lot. I used to be a big Guinness drinker when I was like
Mhm.
a bar
did you
guy.
like
I tried Guinness again, like not too long ago, the drought, and I'm like, oh, that's been a while. Because I'm not a big beer guy, but I like those type of like Irish beer, right?
Oh, so good.
Do
Dude,
you like
they're
Foster's?
not as good as they were before though.
Yeah,
Do you
They
like
changed.
Foster's?
yeah, they did.
How about Foster's? Do you guys like Foster's beer?
That's okay.
It's okay.
Sapporo's okay.
Sapporo's not bad, yeah. Me,
Yeah,
I used
yeah.
to like Brahma. The one from Brazil
I'm a
is
Heineken guy.
I've never had that.
it got discontinued. It was Brahma and the bottle was twisted, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it was a really good beer. And the best part is that when you were drinking it, because it has a little twist in the bottle,
Yeah.
you had never the bottom taste of it. You know, like when you get to the end of the beer,
Yeah.
because it would mix the beer at the bottom.
No shit.
Okay, and they discontinued it. But the best thing is that it was a popular drink in Brazil and Puerto Rico, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And the thing is, you grab that beer and you put that with the Latino liquor called not Guarana, the other one, Colombiana, and it's a
Ooh.
little soft drink, a little pop.
Yeah.
Okay, that when you drink it by yourself, it's just like water and spices and shit and
Yeah.
fruits. But when you mix it with that beer,
Oh.
dude, it's sweet, it's nice, it's just a little bit bitter, a little bit sweet, and you will drink that all night and get wasted.
Oh man, that sounds tasty. Like the
Yeah.
like the sound of that.
That little asshole was Thunder.
What? I missed him. I must have blinked.
At least you didn't pull a Liam on you and jump on you and claw your balls.
She's clawing my feet. I know. I saw that was hilarious. She's attacking my feet right now.
Yeah. Oh man, kittens! Like I've never had a kitten, and I'm perfectly happy always adopting adult cats. Little kittens, man, they're just like, especially at that age, they're just like little balls of furry chaos.
Mhm.
They'll crawl up and down the drapes and shit.
And
bounce off the walls,
they'll just paw everything off the table.
everything.
Well,
What's up,
and-
Preston?
yeah. Preston, fucking thank you, Drew. Thank you, dude, man. I fucking appreciate it, man. I'm $3,500, dude, on the first day. That's
I told you. I
I'm
told
happy.
you.
We all
I told
did.
you. I told you. Told you, man. Hell yeah. I love it when I'm right.
I wouldn't have made the drink bet if I thought that I was actually going to reach 3,500.
This isn't starting something ugly, is it?
No,
Okay.
no whiskey in the house. We're good.
Okay.
No, I don't whiskey is the one that's bad news. If I get whiskey, I get super cocky, and I will, this is just a sweet liqueur. I'm just gonna make me mellow.
Right. Because we know that whiskey does to you what tequila does to a lot of other people. I can't tell you how many people I know that that have ended up in jail, and you ask them what happened, and they're tequila's somewhere in the story.
Yeah.
I'm always a mellow drunk. It doesn't matter what I'm drinking. I'm always a mellow drunk. I get very sentimental.
Hey,
when I'm
Edwin,
drunk.
nice to see you in the chat, brother.
What's up, Edwin?
Hey, brother, how's it going?
Greetings.
Hail.
That's my blunt brother.
Oh, your blunt brother. No
No.
kidding.
Yeah,
Blunt talk.
we have blunt talk together, and the reason is simple because we're two blunt guy.
Kazing.
Kazing.
That works. I really need to check out the stream that you did about Fist of the North Star because I'm such a Fist of the North Star fan.
Dude, we got cut in mid, so yeah, watch it. But we got cut midway.
Gotcha.
We might be doing a take two next weekend. We don't know. Either we move on or we do a take two. But this weekend we took off a bit.
Did you have you ever seen the live action Fist of the North Star movie?
We were gonna cover it because I had the video to share it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I have not seen it. I was waiting to have a type of watching
A
the
watch
trailer
party?
and the reaction. They all saw it, and it was gonna be me being just watching it for the first time and live reaction type of thing.
It's bad, but it's only bad because the budget was just too low. It has its heart in the right place, though. You can tell that the people who made it had their hearts in the right place, but they just had way too little money to make something that was that big and that ambitious. And there's no gore. You don't see there's not a single exploding head in the movie. So that's a little disappointing.
No exploding heads.
No
What's the
exploding
point?
heads. Yeah, I know. That's what exactly. Thank you.
Wait, we
You know,
talking
it's-
porn? We're talking porn.
No,
right?
Fist of the
It's
North
still-
Star.
Oh, different
Basically,
kind of exploding head. Sorry.
Different
yeah.
type of fist. Still.
it's Mad Max meets Conan the Barbarian, starring Bruce Lee.
Yeah, it's like it's like Fist of the North Star is like, imagine Goku being like a messiah walking around the scavenge Earth type of thing, and just bringing out the respect.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And
It's funny because the first time you watch it, he goes in and he barely glances somebody's forehead, another one, and their head explodes. You're like, oh, that's not going to be
dead.
entertaining. He ends everything in one punch. He's the original one punch guy.
Punch Man. Oh, Drew, if you haven't seen, have you seen One Punch Man?
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
Fucking amazing.
I have seen it, but I have not watched the whole thing yet. Yeah.
So good. It's
I still have to watch the second season, and I'm
it's
debating.
wonderful.
Yeah, I know it's there and it's dubbed too, but I haven't done it because I'm debating: should I continue watching or should I get all the mangas first and start reading it?
Right.
Because right now I'm reading the Berserk.
Watch it first, manga second, because if you do it the other way around, you're just going to be disappointed.
True.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Because right now it's like Berserk.
Right.
I tried watching like the first series. I was like, I didn't even finish it, right? And I'm like, oh, let's try the new movies. No, they're shit. And I'm like, I give up. I give up on Berserk, and Joe Balls and a few other dude buy the goddamn manga.
Are you talking about like the original Berserk series? Or are you talking about that? I like the original Berserk series.
But I'm telling you, I used to watch it before, and I didn't get into it. I watched like a few episodes. Like, remember before you used to rent the VHS? It was
Yeah.
There's only like 3 or 4 episodes if you were lucky.
Oh yeah. I remember when there was just like the anime that was coming into America.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a little trickle.
So,
Vampire Hunter D, thank goodness.
dude.
Robot Carnival.
Mhm.
Just a little trickle. And now you can walk, well, now, of course, brick and mortar stores are going the way of the dodo. But I remember walking into like a Best Buy and seeing a whole big aisle, both sides, all anime.
Listen, guys.
And
Akira.
that's where I was going to.
Your first experience with Akira.
That's what I was.
For
That's
me-
what was.
Mind blowing.
For me- No, hold on. Give me a sec. First experience with Akira for me was in a worn down VHS tape, all Japanese, watching it on a 12-inch black and white TV.
Oh, okay. I had color, but I was never an anime fiend, but I knew people who were anime fiends, and they would like pay money out the ass for manga that was in Japanese that they couldn't read, and VHS tapes that were like taken from like Japanese television.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I originally saw Akira too. Was in Japanese, not translated. And then they came out with a dubbed version where they had like surfer dude voices and shit. Oh God.
That's all I was going to, because right now I started buying the deluxe edition of Berserk and I'm reading the manga. I have all four first.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And I bought the entire collection of Akira, which I'm reading because I've never read the manga, but I'm a big, huge freaking fan of the movie.
Oh, it's awesome. You're going to enjoy that. You are going to enjoy. And speaking of Akira, our man Preston has a special Akira cover, alternate cover for Rockabilly Road Trip.
Yeah, the tribute cover.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. And that's something that like he didn't create specifically for the campaign. He just had that sort of like lying around. And now it's an alternative cover. It's freaking gorgeous.
My 2 first manga movies when I was a kid that really influenced me.
Yeah.
Was Transformers. Follow the Transformer movie when I was 10. Yeah. Because it came out when I was 10 and I saw it in theater.
Oh wow.
And after that I went to watch it right after. I'm like, dude, those freaking things. And then it was Ninja Scroll. And then Akira. And I'm like, dude. I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm fucking sold.
Ninja Scroll is
amazing.
God. Oh,
it's fucking great.
It's the shit.
Uh-huh.
Did you watch the series, the Ninja Scroll series? Because I haven't watched that yet.
No, I haven't checked the new one. We did a show on CG Manga just on Ninja Scroll. And
Oh.
the first movie was amazing. Then there's a ripoff called The Resurrection.
Hmm.
That was shit. And the series, somebody told me that it's not. But
Yeah.
you know, if you really like Ninja Scroll, and you want to watch a good series, Basilisk.
I was just about to say. Basilisk is out of this freaking world.
Yes.
Awesome.
The first when I bought the box set, I'm like, I'm not sure. You know, it's one of those you're like, okay, it sounds special. I'll try it, and then you're just like, oh damn.
Yeah,
That's my jam.
And at that moment, the current you wanted to go back in time and slap the old you.
Yeah, but dude,
Like, what are you waiting for?
it's like one of those series. You know, when you fall in the thing, you're like, everybody's like, you should watch this. What? A Bubblegum Crisis. You're like, what? Bubblegum Crisis, dude, you're gonna fucking love it. You love heavy metal. It goes Bubblegum Crisis,
Right.
and you start looking at it, you're like, holy shit, that's great.
Cowboy Bebop. My God.
Yeah. And
Fantastic.
that's a weird one because I started by the movie. I didn't know about it. I watched the movie, then I discovered the series, and dude, I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
You know,
Did you watch Space Dandy?
Oh my God! I love Space Dandy. That's like the best anime series I've seen like in years.
Dude, there's two of my friends that worked on that series, and the other day I initiated Michael Beacon and a few others in my Discord. We watched the 2 seasons. They like, dude, boobies.
But it's also just so much smarter than you expect it to be.
Mhm.
So clever. Like the episode where he comes across, I think it was the plants that develop sentience.
Yes.
And then they realize like, oh, they're going back to being plants, but that's okay.
Hey.
It was so
Yeah.
oh God, and like that funny
It has also like a type of Douglas. What's his name? The guy that wrote the Hitchhiker Guide. Douglas Adams. Dude, it has that type of little side to it that's so like, but it's comedy
but
dude,
it's so smart and it's soulful too.
the intro, just the fucking intro. Every time I've made that series watch, when you go Space Dandy, and everybody says the same thing. What's Space Dandy? Is a dandy guy in space, and they all go, oh, "Fuck off!" Everybody realized the same. He just fucking answered me. I go, "Yeah, you're sold now, right?" Yeah. And the first episode, they die.
Yep. True. You have to see. You have to watch Space Dandy.
Yes,
It's on my list. It's on my list, but Castlevania is first.
Oh, I'm pissed off. Like it's like, oh, when do I get the next season?
If I need to find my Windows disk so I can get my my Netflix next to my work computer running so that I can get caught up, because ever since that computer it fucked up on the last update. You know what I mean? And so it's like, and yeah, so I keep it. I don't store anything on it.
If you want, when Brian join my Discord, I'll give you guys access to the CG manga, and we just schedule a view, and we go in there and we watch manga.
Hell yeah,
That's what we do there. Yeah.
That sounds great. That sounds fantastic. But yeah, Basilisk out of this freaking world.
Yes.
So good. And you know, the all the freaky different types of ninjas in that.
Dude, there's nobody knows that series, but Full Metal Jacket, was it? No,
Full Metal Alchemy.
Stray Jacket. It's Stray Jacket. It's an animated movie, dude. You haven't seen it?
No.
Dude, it's the premise is you live in a world where some science and magic is mixed. So everything, like from medical to everything, is mixed between a mix of magic and technology. But using magic turns people evil. Like it transforms people into a creature. And the people that use that thing too much, they get transformed into a big demonic type of creature. And that's when you have that's it. And they come in like they're like alchemists in fucking big body armor, the Stray Jackets, with a big giant fucking gun, and they put in a giant bullet with an incantation with a rune on it, and they have to chant the incantation, and they're like exist, and they fucking blast. Dude, I'm telling you, it's fucking sick.
Oh, sold.
It's just the movie Stray Jacket.
Oh man.
And that's what, dude, I found that in the bin. It's like $5. I'm like, well, I'll pick it up.
Wow.
In the use, when they were closing down all those video shops. Blockbuster and shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you would have all those stores everywhere selling all those used DVDs.
Yeah, for like virtually nothing. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Oh, anime have amazing fucking horror. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, they do.
Did you know that they had the rights with Warner Brothers and they did an adaptation of the first season of Supernatural
No
in
kidding.
anime style,
Yes, they did.
and it's the same actors doing the voice acting,
Interesting.
and it's really great.
Interesting. I didn't know about that. I know
They just pushed it a little bit further, the Hiri-ish of it to the Japanese side, but
Yeah.
it's amazing.
that sounds great. Have you seen the Blade series?
Yeah,
I loved it.
that was cool. Yeah,
It was very cool. It was very cool. But they should be leasing more of their characters for anime. But for
Why-
some reason,
why
they
do you-
never released those.
why do you think all this shit's happening with Marvel and DC, guy?
Yeah.
They're all gonna turn up into a renting IP place. That's
agree.
where they're heading to.
Yep.
Well-
They're gonna. That's how I explain it to my friends. They're like,
They
"What's
make more
this
money
about?"
just renting the IP. They have no risk.
Yep. And
So
then they don't have-
there's a downside to doing a super chat when he's reading a whole bunch of them and he just like reads it as if it's just
Yeah.
reading words and there's no inflection of any kind. It doesn't matter what you put. Even the paid advertising aspect's gone. So
Guys, listen. There's a couple of anime stuff that I don't know if you know about. One is obviously Space Battleship Yamato.
Oh yeah,
Yes, I've seen it.
classic.
Okay.
Yep.
That's Harlock.
Dude, I'm a big fan of anime movies and
that's
more
just
than
that's just a primer. I'm just going to list
Go.
a
Go,
couple of things. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Black Lagoon.
yeah,
Oh,
dude, it's
yeah.
my favorite, dude. I love Rev.
Th-
Two hands,
She is
fucking two hands.
freaking awesome.
I love her to fucking death, dude.
I like Black Lagoon, but you know what I liked even better was Jormungand.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Really good.
All right.
Toko was good too. If you haven't seen Toko, Tokko, check it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
20th Century Boys.
Oh, that I haven't seen.
Haven't seen it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next, Freedom.
Nope. No, I haven't
Nope.
seen it.
Freedom is by the same guy who did Akira.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sold.
So, what's the name again?
Freedom.
Freedom fries.
All right. And of course, it goes without saying, Ghost in the Shell.
That's fucking
Oh wow. Astounding.
Now, in terms of
Red
horror,
Line. If you haven't seen Red Line, you guys have to see Red Line.
Yeah.
It's imagine taking Speed Racer, but
Uh-huh.
put that in space, right?
Oh wow.
And in the world of Heavy Metal Magazine
Oh yeah. That's a sell.
by
as well.
Madhouse.
Okay. Now,
Oh nice.
in terms of horror, the one that I recommend,
Mhm.
Darker Than Black.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's very good. It's
Mhm.
been a while. It's been a while, but yeah, I remember
Blood.
that being very good.
Blood was good.
That was good
Blood,
too.
The Last Vampire, the movie, not the series. I haven't seen the series. The movie, I really like the movie though.
Yeah, it was excellent. I love
Okay,
that.
and this is just a personal
Mhm.
comment. The one anime that I wish was a series, Kite.
Haven't seen it.
No.
You haven't seen Kite?
No, I
No?
haven't. No.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's the girl that's naked, right? When she uses her power, right?
No.
No.
She's a professional hitman.
Okay, no, that's not the one.
Okay. Kite is basically what's that movie where the old guy teaches the little girl to be a hitman, the professional?
Leon, yeah.
Yeah.
Kite is basically Leon, except it's ramped up to 11.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Dude, that was a great movie.
Yeah, it was.
It's her best acting. She never could beat it.
I agree. And Jean Reno should have been a much bigger star.
Oh,
than he is.
dude, damn. I honestly, I think the thing that ruined his career was Godzilla.
Well, just making him,
He was getting big, and he
I
did
know.
Godzilla, and then
I know. The Fifth Element, if that had him instead of Bruce Willis, it would be a classic.
Oh, absolutely.
yes, it would have been. I do like Bruce Willis in it,
I'm
but
gonna-
I give it to you that it would have been a good replacement.
Oh, would have been better.
I'm gonna have to fight with you on that one. Bruce Willis was excellent in that. He was perfectly cast
It
for
was
that role.
okay. It wasn't as good as Jean Reno would have been, though. That had Jean written all over it, I think. But those sexy frog eyes of his.
Yeah, but the only problem that I see with Jean Reno is that he's a bit sloppy. Like a bit like a sloth when he moves, compared to he doesn't have that.
Yeah, but I mean that's his charm.
Yeah, but I mean I know, but for the character, he needs to fucking come out with a big fucking gun. Boom.
He could have done it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I would have been curious to see, but we've never seen him play something like that before. Like even the
Wasabi.
professional.
And Wasabi, he's
Wasabi.
Yeah, he's like that. Yeah. Rocking the Magnum in that.
Yeah, it's true. I have forgotten Wasabi.
Here's a French movie. I don't know if you guys saw it. Immortel.
Dude, we talked about it like 5 seconds ago with Enki Bilal. It's Enki Bilal.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, did you know that he produced that movie himself?
Yes, I know. It's an
indie fucking movie, dude.
It's so him. And it makes sense that
he wrote, adapted, and produced dude, his own goddamn movie.
He's right up there. He's right up there with a guy who created Akira. He did it all himself. It's like,
and it's good.
It is.
It's incredible. There's no watered down. I mean, it is the vision.
Come on, even the shot with the leg, when he loses his leg and he replaces it with the We're not gonna give
Kretschmann.
Yeah. Let's not just ruin it for everybody, but it's a great fucking thing.
Well, I mean, that's right in the beginning of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, check the comic and check the goddamn movie. It's like Akira, like they're saying, it's like Akira. Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same guy that did the movie that did the comic.
Yep. And it has a lot of computer animation in it that doesn't suck. That actually works.
Beautiful. Yeah, but they also pulled off like a cool thing where they had the they were one of the first one to do it. They put a live actor and they would put like CGI effects to make it look like the character in a comic, because it's impossible to look that way.
Oh yeah, well, like all
made that big bloated face. Yeah,
or all the CGI characters were like constructs, were like androids.
Yeah,
which I thought was really interesting. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. So back Captain Love.
Yes, people, back Captain Love. Drew, my brother, I am gonna have to call it a night. I'm feeling all greasy. Yeah. I gotta play some video games and eat something.
I'm gonna have to go have a chat with some guys.
Listen to these guys. You know where your priorities are. Well, just fine and dandy.
George,
dude, we're always there for our friends. We have our bros back. Even though we're busting our ass, that's why he'll send me a link if I can't show up. Mystery will never be upset at me if I don't show up, but I'll show up as much as I can, even if it's for 5 minutes, and especially if it's his freaking launch.
Hell
and guy, I'm making 3 sketch cards for your fucking campaign.
Oh, really? Oh, awesome!
Sweet. So yeah.
Well, I think most people are.
Oh, do you rather have a special print you can offer everybody?
True. You did it.
Well,
decide and let me know.
Yeah, we'll discuss it. Yeah, so $3,500. I think that's a good first day.
Oh god damn, dude. Dude, you're already like you're
hey, you did what took me 2 weeks. That was my funding. I was asking for 3,500 on my second campaign of Blood Hunt. I did it within 2 weeks, right? You did it in 1 day, bro.
Told you, dude.
Congrats.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of help from my friends. That's
sure. But hey.
Yeah. And
no, a great man is not great just by himself. He's great by the friends that he surrounds himself with. That's what makes him great.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's not about me. It's about us.
Yeah.
All right, well, before you go, let's play this song one more time.
Oh yeah.
Hi, my name is Drew Ish, and I'm the author of the Captain Love series. Well, I'll tell you all about the second book, Rise the Pirate King. Yeah, that's the thing. And in this book, you're gonna get everything that you would expect from Captain Love. Yeah, you bet. And I'm blessed enough to be able to use the same creative team You know what I mean? If you feel like the universe is caving in, you need love to the rescue. And it seems like nothing will be right again. You need love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. All right now. Now, Captain Love is a space trucker and a former war hero. There is even a legend that he may be immortal. He is accompanied by Spade, who's a living AI. Yes, I said immortal. As in he cannot die, and if it feels like the universe is caving in, you need love to the rescue.
Who could believe you knew how to sing?
Nothing will be right again. You need love to the rescue. Yeah, love to the rescue.
Love to the
Captain
rescue.
Love to the rescue.
Love to the rescue. You need backup singers for this, bro.
In this book, you'll get space pirates, sexy girls and science monks. There'll be bar fights, space battles, and a lot of awesome junk. There's nudity and violence and swearing within, so this book is mature. That means it's not made for children. And if it feels like the universe is caving in, there'll be love to the rescue. Yeah, and it seems like nothing will be right again. You need love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue. Captain Love to the rescue.
Hell
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Back, Captain Love. The book is going to be awesome. Rise of the Pirate King is just the second in an adventure heading forward for many books. Thank you for your time.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Hey, Brian, check my screen before we leave.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that is killer.
Okay, I gotta ask, why? You know, the what do you call Six Gun Gorilla,
Yeah.
public domain. It's been
He's gonna
around
shoot
for
his
over
hand.
100 years. You know, what made you think going there?
I stumbled across the name when I was like browsing a website about Golden Age heroes, you know, like Doc Savage and and the Shadow. And I saw Six Gun Gorilla, and I was like, I had the reaction that most people have, which was, oh, like that seems kind of silly, but it also seems kind of like it could be kind of awesome. And so I was going to get some lunch. I hopped in my car, drove to the local to a shopping mall in Paramus, because that's all there is out here is shopping malls. I wanted some fish and chips, and there's like the last Arthur Treacher's fish and chips in the world. It was there, and I was listening to the Hawk the Slayer soundtrack on my way, and the story just like wrote itself in my head like during that drive. Like it's never happened to me before that a story just emerged like whole cloth. But yeah, that's what happened.
Did you take anything from the original writing?
Just the title.
Wow.
Just the title, because the original story didn't exist. Had never been reprinted, and there are two copies in existence. They're both under lock and key in a museum in London. But there's a pulp historian who went and scanned it, and now you can actually download it as a free PDF. And it's fun. It's a hoot, but it's a completely different story from mine. So you know, there was Temptation.
There was another guy doing a Kickstarter thing with his own version too of a Six Gun Gorilla that we had to deal with.
What happened? No, it was worse than that. It was worse than that.
What?
Somebody sent my friend Wes a link from Comic Book Resources, and the message said, "Dude, is this the book that you're working on?" And I opened the link, and it was to a story on Comic Book Resources about a comic called Six Gun Gorilla that was coming out from Boom Comics, which was by Cy Spurrier.
Okay.
And I had the understandable reaction. I wanted to kill myself, and I was like, "What are the odds that there'd be 2 six-gun gorillas coming out at the exact same time. Slim and none. Slim won the day.
Oh
And-
my gosh.
Yeah, and so I actually did change the title. I changed it to Six Gun Gorilla Long Days of Vengeance. There was a temptation to call it a bunch of other things, which I still technically could do that to make it officially my own IP. At one point, I was going to re-release it as under the title Silverback, which had like a sort of vaguely a Western ring to it. But calling it Gorilla Gunslinger or something like that would have sounded too much like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Anyway, the other Six Gun Gorilla was a science fiction comic, and the gorilla in it isn't even real. It's
a hologram. It's like if he was connected to a virtual reality type of thing, and he's a gorilla.
Something like that.
Guys,
And whereas mine's a Western, and then Cy Spurrier talked smack about me. What's interesting because the New York Comic Con was coming up, and so I shot him a message and was just like, "Hey, dude, it's shitty luck for both of us, but I'm gonna have a booth there. I'm gonna be promoting the book. Stop by my booth, and afterwards, well, let's go out and like have a pint or something like that." And he was just a dick about the whole thing.
Wow.
And really had that attitude like, I'm on the inside, you're on the outside, and you're staying there. And there was nothing there to promote his book at all. Boom was there. They were not promoting that book at all. So I think he was pissed off at me that I kind of cock blocked him or something. But whatever. And then he was talking smack about me, saying like this guy's saying that my Six Gun Gorilla is not a Western. Well, it is. And I'm just like, oh my god, dude, I have an interview with you, an interview that you did 2 months ago saying it's not a Western, it's a science fiction story. So whatever, it's shit happens. His book ended up in the bargain basement bin. Interesting thing, Comixology wouldn't sell it. Wouldn't sell my book until exactly a year later.
Wow.
So what's going on there?
Before I go, this is an old piece of art that I did this a while. A while ago when I was planning out Joe. This is like mid 2000s. I was going to do a series of illustrations: Joe King versus pulp heroes, Tarzan, Flash Gordon.
Wonderful!
Everything that I could find, on the internet that was close to being public domain and stuff like that, but put a spin on it. It was a real gas. Now here's something interesting. I had a conversation with a lawyer friend of mine who's in copyright and trademarks.
Mm-hmm.
He told me, and I'm not bullshitting you here. He told me that technically speaking, Superman is a public domain character. And I'm going, what do you mean? He goes, well, the 1940 cartoons, right? I'm going, yeah, I'm well aware of them, and I know for a fact that those are 100% the public domain. The visuals
those are fantastic.
The visuals and the sound are 100% public domain. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're bullshitting you.
The old Max Fleischer ones, yeah, those are
exactly 17 sweetness of everything that's awesome in animation.
Yeah, but the character and the use of the character isn't public domain because they refresh it every so often by keep changing him, and they keep making him different. They keep refreshing him, so that's it. And they're able to trademark the look, the color scheme.
Yeah, but the one thing that's different though, it's that's protected on your side.
Yeah, here's what the lawyer said. He said, what you just said, but the actual Superman, the character, just the core essence of the character is in the public domain.
He's been there for over 75 years.
You got it. And not only that, but also the fact that they didn't. You see, the thing about trademarks and copyrights, is you have to protect all of them, or you can't just willy nilly protect one and leave the others off the table.
Mm-hmm.
They left the cartoons off the table,
Oh wow, that's interesting.
so it's all or nothing.
That's interesting. Now, someone like Tarzan, I think, is supposed to go public domain soon.
That's why Disney goes after everybody. Even if you have a pizza store named Disney Pizza, they'll go after you.
Oh, Toho too. There was a place in the city in Manhattan called Godzilla Sushi, and people think that just Godzilla's public domain. So Toho got on their ass and they had to change their name to Monster Sushi. 6 a.m. Comics in the Hizzy for Shizzy. What's up, brother?
And here's where the gag. And I said, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "How are they able to get away with it for so long?" He goes, "Well, think about it. Up until just a few years ago, everybody thought Happy Birthday to You was protected under copyright. It never was. They just
it says it's owned by WB and something if you do a research on the copyrights.
Yeah, but it's not. It's always been it went through the court system. It took many years, and then all of a sudden, they said nope, it's public domain. You haven't proved that you own it.
Right. My goodness, could you imagine everybody having to pay like Disney some money every time they sang that song in public?
Well, the interesting thing
happened.
Actually,
Didn't it?
There's a list of stuff in copyright. Give me a sec. I'll just bring up my little chart here. Buck Rogers, 2024. Buck Rogers. Popeye, 2025.
Well, then he's saying hi to 6 a.m.
Controversy. This all caps logo is laughing at me. Hop on my steed, I'm chafing in my skinny jeans, but I gotta wait night till the daylight. Daddy working overtime for the soy boy life. Let me cluck for a buck. My IOU cut from the big two. Overflow with much. See, my roommates all agree you need to pay a big diversity. In that indie small camp.
Dude, we love this.
My Hollywood payday, $20,000. Yummy pre-tax cheddar. I'd like to see you in cells try and do better. Your pages float, your comics are late.
I don't know how he doesn't like this.
That was awesome.
It's awesome. It's awesome, but he doesn't like it. So
a lot of artists have trouble hearing their own work. And,
it is true. And it is true.
I exploit the shit out of it because it is so good, and it is great, man. So.
And he's great, and he's somebody that's going to be one of like the real rising stars of Comicsgate. I predict.
Let me finish on Superman.
Please.
If you're around in 14 years from now, 2034, it falls officially into public domain.
Wow. What about Tarzan? Because I've heard that Tarzan's coming up.
Oh no, Tarzan's already in the public domain.
It's already public domain.
Oh, I want to do Six Gun Gorilla versus Tarzan and Pellucidar so bad.
What's not in the public domain is actually the word Tarzan. That's trademark.
Right.
But the books and the whole concept of Tarzan, it's in the public domain. Buck Rogers is in 2024, Popeye 2025, The Shadow 2027, Conan 28, Dog Savage and Lone Ranger 29, Flash Gordon in 10 years from now.
No shit.
No, this stuff is coming up, man. I mean,
that's
like Batman's 35, Robin's 36, Captain America 37.
Wow. Well, they can also change the laws. You know what I mean? I don't see Disney part.
And that's why they're trying to change every character.
Right. It makes it makes a certain kind of sense. All right, fellas. I got to tap out. I'm spent. I'm done. No mas. But
Yeah.
wonderful hanging out with you boys. Learned so much talking to you, George. I can't wait to get your book. It looks spectacular.
Wait, you're the guy that ordered it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fine.
Remember, you were trying to talk me out of buying it.
I know, curses.
And Simon, you're the man. We know this. Yeah, no, I would love to. I would love to do like an anime thing that you were talking about.
But you should definitely like. Aren't you in the CG manga group? If not, I'll add you.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And we
Without
need to talk to do that European comic book thing, dude.
Oh yeah, we need to educate foos.
Yeah.
And Drew, told you that fucking Captain Love was gonna go off.
Oh,
Okay?
hold on. I have to do the same thing too because I did the same thing.
These are loving fingers, my friend. These are loving fingers. I told you, fool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to dip too. Are you closing or are you're staying on?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night because
So happy for you.
everybody's kind of whacking out.
So go back Six Gun Gorilla, go back Dr. Eater, Captain Love, and go back Blood Hunt.
Definitely back Blood Hunt.
And go check out the George Peter Gasketer. What's his name in the book?
Joe King.
Joe King. Thank you. I was like, what the hell?
And I'm sorry. What's 6 a.m.'s name again? Mike, right?
Yeah, Mark.
Sorry, dude. Yeah. Hail to you too, man. And boy, can't wait to see.
Oh yeah, Mark. I want that Vincent.
I want that damn game on Steam. Is what I want.
Oh,
But,
dude, Metal Slug style. Come on.
I even got one from Mark.
Yes.
Hell yeah, Drew brother. So freaking happy for you, man. You did it. It's gonna be okay, man. It's gonna work out. I told you.
Yeah, it will be what it will be. And I'm going to push forward no matter what it be. So this is a good sign that it's going to be something good. Let's hope that Comiskate doesn't have some fucking disaster in the next couple of days.
Yeah, cheer up. This is not the end.
It's just
this is actually me cheerful.
And
this is actually me cheerful.
It's also a good example that people that are worried about the corona not being able to fund books. There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
It's a good sign. Yeah,
Ethan and Captain Love, good examples. So get those books going.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, brothers. I'm Howdy 5000, man.
Hail.
Peace, love, and soul. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. We're going to end the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
See ya.